Good morning, Northbridge students. It is Thursday, May 28th, and as promised, you are receiving today your video lesson based on our final project, which is known as the found poem. Now, something to think about as I take you through this video. If we were back in school, this would have been a 3 to 4 week long process, which would have required lots of research, lots of planning, lots of material gathering. And this being, I believe, I want to say it's year 2 or 3 that I've done this project. I've tried to go back and modify and simplify it as much as possible to make it easier for you to do during this remote learning process. Okay, so if you have any questions or you're misunderstanding anything throughout trying to do this, again, please reach out to me or Ms. Brown. Step 1, choose the issue that you want to express and voice your opinion on. You want to think back to your discussion board post from a few weeks ago that I posted and maybe use one of your issues that you mentioned. Or just think of what are the existing issues in the world today or that have existed or still continue to exist. For example, we have world hunger, poverty, homelessness, drug abuse, eating disorders, COVID-19. Okay, ask yourself, what is most important to me? What is something that I'm passionate about and that I want to bring awareness to? Step 2, ask yourself, what can we learn from this existing world issue? What awareness do you want to raise? So for my example, if I was to go about doing this found poem, what's something that's important to me is animal cruelty. Obviously, I'm not for it, but I'm against it. So the awareness that I want to raise is that, well, most animals that we claim as pets are helpless and should not be abused. If you cannot take care of a pet or neglect it, there are shelters that can. So how would I go about raising this awareness? What am I going to do next to include in my poem? I'm going to conduct research on one nonfiction article that supports your view. So I went through Google. I wrote in the search bar, animal cruelty. Plenty of websites pop up. And again, I have to do my research. I have to click through, maybe skim through, start to read, and pick one that I like the best, one that supports my stance on this issue. So I'm going to go with an article based on this website right here. And again, why am I choosing this? Well, this article breaks down what animal cruelty is, neglect, so forth, and it's a valid source, okay? I liked what they had to offer and what the information they gave. So step 4, what I'm going to do is once I pick my article, I'm really going to read through it. And I'm going to make sure it's something that I want to use as it should support my view. I'm going to then pick out 40 words or phrases that I want to use. So again, if there's, you have a couple words like dogs, cats, birds. Those are singular words, but there are also certain phrases that might exist in an article too that you want to pull out. From there, my found poem should be 10 lines long, so that means no less than 4 words per line. I'm going to create my own title and include the website, meaning and reference the page that I use. How do I feel about the issue and what do I want to make aware about it? How do I do this? I should make it clear through the words and phrases that I pick out and choose. I am not going to pick words like a and the. These are articles, or use pronouns like me, my, him, or her, okay? Those aren't exactly words that tie into the awareness that I'm trying to bring here. They should be meaningful words and phrases that, again, have connection to your topic. Once you have made this list, you can either write them out or use a Google document, what have you. Step 6, you're going to either use a Google Doc or create a Google slideshow to somehow present your poem. Again, the goal is to make it look like a collage of words. Use different fonts and colors, and you can arrange these words in some type of logical way. Again, we're not creating full-out sentences. We're just kind of combining the words with one another, hoping that they kind of make some type of flow, but overall have a existing message in the end of it. So again, most people are still stuck at this point, and they're confused about what this is supposed to look like. So here are some examples. If we were in school, this is what would be asked of you to create. So if you see, we have a lot of words. They're not in full out sentences. They're just phrases, but they all tie together. Here's my next example. This one's based on world pollution. Again, this person included pictures. They rearranged their words. They included fun fonts. They even wrote some words as part of their pictures. And we have another one. This is based on women's rights. Again, they looked at an article and they took words, phrases from that to support their view on the matter. They even went ahead and included certain figures that support enforcing women's rights. This one's based on eating disorders. Again, included pictures, included shapes, wrote the words in pictures. So even just by quickly looking and viewing these, you kind of get a sense of, okay, what awareness are they trying to bring, or how do they feel about this issue? Just to kind of go back to our first found poem activity, again, I was very impressed with the work that I did receive from most of you. If I felt that your poem wasn't exactly following certain standards, I just wrote a quick note back to you, and you had the option to redo it. But again, this is just an example for you on how to do it, how to create this poem using a Google Doc, for example. So this poem, this is taken from Marcus McLeod. And again, he has a title right here. Again, we know where these words are coming from, so he didn't have to reference it. But again, he uses different fonts, different colors. Again, these words don't necessarily follow suit in the chapter, but he placed them in somewhat of a logical way. Our next poem comes from Maddie Potter. She went above and beyond. Again, she used a shape of a horse and included those words inside this horse. But again, they all apply and come from the chapter 18, which is the good man. Father, good, likes, kind man, sun, blue. And my last example for you, again, this is done on a Google Doc. We have a title and we have the words that are taken from the chapter. We have different fonts, different colors, pictures. Again, it's a literary collage. Awesome job, Owen Pollock. So again, please reach out if you have any questions. I can absolutely send along to you this document so you have. And if you need a template created for you using Google Slides or a Google Doc, just please reach out and let us know. Thanks, guys.